And now, please welcome Walter Logan to introduce the First Lady of New York City.
Good evening. As a transgender activist of color, I find inspiration in the bravery of others like me who have answered the call to activism. At a young age, I answered my personal calling to raise awareness about gender equity, mental illness, transphobia, and more. As a result of my work, I've learned to appreciate those who do their part to uplift and empower those they serve. Chirlane McCray embodies the spirit of selfless service that changes lives. Through her various initiatives, including Thrive NYC, she has paved the way for new discussions about important issues in New York City. As we prepare to hear about our city's accomplishments over the last year, it's important that we also celebrate one of our city's most passionate leaders. She's an activist, a force for meaningful change, and our First Lady. Please welcome Chirlane McCray.
Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches a todos. Thank you so much, Walter. Your activism and the activism of other young people is powerful and essential for the survival of our democracy. Can everyone please show Walter some more appreciation? You know, young people like Walter are coming of age at a very special time in New York City's history. Never before has our city government been so representative of the people it serves. There are more women and more people of color in senior leadership, more policies that put people and families first, and more services that reach all New Yorkers. Together, we made New York the safest big city in America. And we're well on our way to becoming the fairest big city, too. With Thrive NYC, the Unity Project, the Domestic Violence Task Force, our Women at Rikers effort, and through the Mayor's Fund, we are creating more jobs and support for young people, helping more immigrants along the road to citizenship, strengthening families, and reaching hundreds of thousands of people with the behavioral health services they need. And when our people are threatened by corporate greed, cruel federal policies, or unabashed hate, we are a city unafraid to take a stand. In the midst of a deadly opioid epidemic, we are fighting to save lives with all we've got and holding Big Pharma accountable for the lives they've destroyed. In the streets we march in and the booths we vote in, New Yorkers have fought to protect health care and women's rights, defend our immigrant brothers and sisters, and preserve our democracy. Something special is happening in New York City. Can you feel it? I said, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. As the Trump White House attacks everyone and everything they deem different or unworthy, our city of dreamers and strivers, 8.5 million strong, is the light that illuminates a better way forward. With giant acts of resistance and small acts of kindness, New York City is showing the world what we stand for. We are all in this together. We are all one family. Todos estamos unidos. Todos somos una familia. And that means the challenges felt by one group are shared by all of us. They may not be felt equally, but they are shared all the same. When children suffer from a mental illness that goes unaddressed at home and school, they struggle to learn. Left untreated, their illness gets worse. Over time, it affects their relationships with the people around them and hinders their ability to lead a happy and successful life. When people are abused by their intimate partners, the damage goes beyond broken skin and broken bones. There are broken families and broken spirits, too. When LGBTQ teenagers are forced out of their homes, they must fend for themselves for food and shelter and live without the loving support of the only family and community they've ever known. When mothers are locked behind bars, their children suffer that punishment too. One of life's most sacred bonds is ruptured. Emotional and academic growth is impaired. And too often, these children become part of a vicious cycle of incarceration, a cycle of our own making. Together, we are taking on all of these challenges. We know the state of our city cannot be separated from the health and well-being of all of our communities. We know our city cannot prosper and thrive if we leave anyone behind. So many of you share our vision. You've been part of this journey over the past 4 years, and we thank you. Bill and I and everyone in this administration are so proud to work alongside you. And we have 4 more years to go. Yes, you can applaud for that. We have 4 more years to go further, move faster, and do more. But first, let's take a look at what we've achieved together.